Hello and welcome to Let's Play Trivial Pursuit on the Sega Master System. This is a bonus video and it's partly a channel update. So I'm playing a game while I talk about my channel pretty much. Yes, we'll be doing it in English. Right, enter name. Yeah, so unfortunately I won't be able to do, yeah, this is the purpose of this video really. I won't be able to do, a video series of Silent Hill anymore. And that's because if you remember in one of my previous videos I talked about some of the glitches in the emulator and the ISO image I was using. Yeah, I've never played this game before. Yeah, there were white rectangles around the trees and the sprites. I thought that was the only glitch and I could tolerate that, but unfortunately, whenever any sprite is in the screen and when there's a load of them, it slows the game down so much it makes it unplayable. And the speaking parts, which I think are necessary for the game and for the story, of course, they are always lagged and they're garbled because they're all lagged too much and slowed down too much. So it renders the game unplayable. Whenever an enemy comes on the screen, the whole game slows down, I can't play it. It's really annoying because I was looking forward to that. I know other people use a screen capture card and everything, but I don't want to get one of them and I can't be bothered to install one, so I only ever play PlayStation games, or any of these games I do videos of, I always use an emulator, so if I can't emulate it, I can't play it. So it's always with a PlayStation game that's mucked up because the emulation is always temperamental. I couldn't do Land of the Bays because the emulated game was, I couldn't play it because a movie wouldn't play that was needed in the game. So I can't play Silent Hill because it slows the game down too much. So annoyingly I won't be able to do a Silent Hill series, so I apologise for that. As a result, my next video series will be Pokemon. Blue, red or yellow, you ask? History. I'll be doing yellow. I completed blue when I was younger. Red is more or less the same game, which I've completed as well. How old was John Lennon when he died? Yeah, I was about to say 40, so I will put yes for that one. I was just about to say 40. Yeah, so I've never actually completed yellow before. It's a slightly different game from blue and red, which are more or less the same game. But yellow is almost the same game, but slightly different gameplay in it. Very, very slightly. Geography. I'm good at geography. Yeah, so that will be my next series. I'll be doing that on the Game Boy, of course, because that's what it was leased on. So, what Englishman stands atop a column in Montreal Place, Jacques Cartier? Montreal's Place Jacques Cartier. I've no idea. George III. Horatio Nelson. Makes sense. No. Did not get that right. You have to be pretty honest in this. Yeah, never played this before in my life, so this is a new experience, even though I actually own this game since 2003. Entertainment. Another thing I've been doing is I have been selling off my collection of Master System and Game Gear and Game Boy and NES and SNES games. Was Elvis's middle name Arnold Arthur Aaron? Yeah, just got that right. Yeah, I've been selling them off because they're too much clutter, they're too expensive, and I don't need them anymore. Master System and Game Gear and Game Boy and SNES and NES emulation and Mega Drive emulation is really good. I actually managed to find out how to put the music down to 50 Hz in the Master System emulator for Fusion, I'll show you actually, just by going to options and then set the country as being Europe, and then it's music is nice and slow, how I'm used to it being 50 Hz, not the sped up 60 Hz that the Americans have. Yeah, so yeah, I've been selling off my Game Boy, Game Gear, Master System, Mega Drive, SNES and NES games, and Mega CD. I'll be selling all the PlayStation games and the Saturn games that I don't want to play anymore because emulation for them is rubbish or non-existent for Saturn. I can never even get the emulators to work. So I won't be selling Silent Hill, but I'll be selling rubbish PlayStation games like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and Weakest Link and everything because they're rubbish, and Football Manager and everything. But it's the end of an era. It was a decision I made 6 months ago. I haven't bothered to do a video about it. I don't know why. But yeah, I'm going to be selling all my games off. I've already made a huge chunk in my Master System collection and my Game Boy collection and my Game Gear collection. I just want to get rid of them all, really. It's too much clutter. I don't like all the clutter. Master System emulation is more or less perfect with Fusion. I can play all the games I love, like Wonder Boy 3, Sonic 2, and Land of Illusion, everything, all my favourite games on emulator perfectly. I don't need the real thing anymore. I last actually played a real Master System game several months ago, and that was just to test out a new Master System I bought, and before then I haven't actually played a Master System intending to have a proper game on it for years and years. I only ever play Master System games on emulator, not least because it's to stop me having to get all the paraphernalia out and using all the stuff and wearing out the controllers and the games and everything, which I don't like doing. So because I didn't want to do it for the collection, and I think to myself, what's the point of having it if I don't play it? And then if I don't play it, then there's no point in having it. So I'm just deciding to get rid of it all. I can get all the games that I love all for nothing with emulators, or even games I never ever get, like Japanese rarities, SG-1000, things I'd never ever find in the real world, Brazilian rarities that I'd never play in the real world because I never find them. So emulation for games is much better, especially with Game Boy. I can get all the rare US and Jap games that I'd never play because I never find them. NES games I never play because they're US exclusives. Mega CD games I never find because they're too rare. Mega Drive, Game Boy Advance, NES, SNES, the whole caboodle. So yeah, just getting rid of everything really, apart from the games I really want, like Time Crisis for the PlayStation stuff and Sega Rally for the Saturn, which I love. So science and nature. But I'll still continue to do videos of all my favourite games. I'm hoping to do every single Master System game ever. What is this constellation? I have no idea. I've never been good at constellations. Orion. I would have guessed Orion. I should have guessed it, but I should have guessed that because it does have a belt, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah. I should have guessed Orion. That would have been the first guess I would have said, but yeah, I'm going to do every single Master System game ever made. Hopefully a video of them all, at least me attempting them. So yeah, my next video series now is going to be Pokemon. Oh, geography. So what London street is the professional equivalent to Sydney's Harley Street, maybe? Harley Street, yeah. I was just guessing that because that's the medical one, professional. So yeah, I got that right. Yeah, I'm a bit annoyed because I did say in the end of my Sega series and my Jungle Book series that I was going to do a video series of Silent Hill. Who unsuccessfully invited Sebastian Coe to 1988 Olympic Games? No idea. Juan Samaranch. I don't even know who that is. I barely know who Sebastian Coe is, to be honest. Yeah, because I did say at the end of Sega, and it was a hard question, and Jungle Book I was going to do Silent Hill, but that's not going to happen now, so I do apologise. Entertainment. Where is the boy, and what is he doing? Oh, I think I have to... Oh, wait a minute. Little Jack Horner? I had no idea. He's under the haystack, fast asleep. No, I did not get that right. You obviously have to guess the nursery rhyme. It's quite clever how they do that. How he plays the piano. It's a very good game, this. 1. Throw again. Sports and leisure. I think this is the Genus edition. What motorsport takes place at Bellevue and Reading? No idea. TT. Speedway. Oh, nearly right. It was motorbikes. Yeah, when I bought this in 2003 from a shop, it said the Master version actually says Trivial Pursuit Genus Edition, but the shopkeeper, he goes, oh, it's he misread it as Genius Edition. He says, oh, it's the Genius Edition, and then he tried to make a joke at my expense, saying, oh, I hope you're good enough for the Genius Edition. But then I pointed out to him it's the Genus Edition. So that's the end of that little anecdote. So learn to read. Anyway, I don't know what the Genus Edition actually means anyway, to be honest. Geography. Which continent has this proportion of the world's population? That would be Asia. So, yes, I got that right. I won another wedge. Good. Entertainment. Need to get this right. Which oft-married actor played this composer in an epic drama? Oh, I know that. That's Here Comes the Bride, isn't it? No idea. Richard Burton. Oft married, yeah, I should have guessed that. Yeah, he was married a lot to Elizabeth Taylor, I believe. Again, history. What American helicopter company made a bid in the Western? No idea. Sikorsky. Oh, I never would have gotten that in a million years. 2, 4. History, good. Which war began with the dropping of a bomb on Puck on the Hell Peninsula? Vietnam. Ugh. Geography. Yeah, it's one of the games in the Master System's library of board games for the family, such as Monopoly, Trivial Pursuit, parlour games, things like that. What is the Dutch national airline called? Air Netherlands. KLM. No. These questions are horrendous. Art and literature. What heroic coonskin-capped frontiersman had an 1833 best-selling autobiography? No idea. Davy Crockett. Science and nature. What can be as much as 3 feet high and travel up the Severn River at 12 mph? A swan? The Severn boar? No. I have no idea. Complete guess that was. This is quite embarrassing, really. I'm usually good at general knowledge. Some of these questions are diabolical, though. What Mediterranean possession became British in the 1713 Treaty of Utrecht? Oh, that would be Cyprus or Malta? Cyprus. Gibraltar. Unbelievable. Didn't even guess it was Gibraltar. That's embarrassing, I should know that. Completely forgot about Gibraltar. I know Cyprus and Malta were once British. So. What Home Secretary got a peerage in June 1983? No idea. William Whitelaw. No, never heard of that. Never heard of him. Some of these questions are just evil. Geography, right. Right. I'm good with geography usually. Which Australian state is detached from the mainland? That's Tasmania. Good. Right. Is that done? I already have this wedge. Yeah, of course I do. It's the only subject I'm good with. Did this ruler die in battle from natural causes, or was he murdered? Stop, Stephen. I think he died of battle. Murdered, brilliant. Good King Wenceslas was murdered, apparently. Right. Whenever I sing that Christmas carol, I'll remember that horrible fact. Thank you. Sports and leisure. Who declared in 1936? Hitler? Yeah, thank you. It's the Berlin Olympics. Right. Science and nature. What is liquor to a brewer? Alcohol? Water, right. I did not know that. I always thought liquor was alcohol. That's a trick question. Geography again, huh? What day of the week is Donnerstag in Germany? I think that's Thursday. Wait a minute. Mittwoch. I think it's Thursday. Yeah, good. Yeah. Yeah, Mittwoch is Wednesday. Freitag is Friday. 5. Which state is shaped like this? Victoria, Queensland, or Western Australia? It's not Western Australia. I think it's Victoria. No, it's Queensland. Oh dear. I knew it wasn't Western Australia because that's obviously on the east. Unless you get a weird coastline like that. In the sign language for the deaf, does this mean V, victory, or very good? Probably victory. No, it means V. Sports and leisure. What is the playing time for a rugby league match? 80 minutes. Oh, what a guess. Brilliant. Because I know rugby union matches are 80, I think. Entertainment. What street is Heartbreak Hotel on according to this song? Lonely Street. This was actually bizarrely on a 15 to 1 a few days ago that I saw, unbelievably. Yeah, on 15 to 1 presented by, what's her name, Sandy Toksvig. A question like this, that's how I know it. It's Lonely Street. What a coincidence. But I should know that anyway, because I've heard that song a few times. Not that I like Elvis Presley. History. Which King George was the last Emperor of India? That would be George the Sixth. Yep. Because India got independence 1947. George the Sixth got he died 1952, I think. So 1947. Yeah. So yeah, George the Sixth. Science and nature. What would a dendrologist climb in pursuit of his studies? Cliffs? Trees. Right. Cliffs. Cliffs. How could I get that wrong? Who studies cliffs? Entertainment. What group had their first #1 with Sweet Dreams Are Made of This? Oh, the Eurythmics. Thank you. Not my favourite group, but I do know that one. I need to land on a wedge thing, don't I? Science and nature. What would your doctor stroke to test your Babinski reflex? Well, it's not going to be the knee, because that's tapping, isn't it? So stroking is the feet. Oh, thank you, I'm so good. I actually got that from an episode of Star Trek. No, not Star Trek, it was, what was it? It wasn't Star Trek, it was something else I saw that had that on it. I can't remember, but I saw it on a film or an episode or something. Good, finally, history. I need to get this right. Were these first introduced on British roads in 1945, 51 or 56? Oh dear. 51. Yes, what a guess. Complete and utter guess. Complete guess, that was. Geography. So I'm in on a tube map. No idea. Station closed on Saturdays and Sundays. Right. How is that related to geography? Geography, my foot. For art and literature. What show jumper wrote a book entitled Bedside Show Jumping? Frankie Dettori. Harvey Smith. Right. Art and literature. That is art and literature about show jumping. How many faults does a foot in the water get in show jumping? 2. 4. Why is there 2 questions in a row about show jumping? What Spanish artist arrived at an exhibition with flies glued to his face? Salvador Dali. Oh, what a guess. It's the only Spanish artist I know. Unless, is Picasso Spanish? I don't know. I don't know. 5. What is the only Grand Slam tennis tournament played south of the equator? Australian Open. It's easy. What deposed leader died on 27th of July 1980? I know it isn't, but I'm going to guess Idi Amin. Nah, Shah of Iran. History. What country is a Chadala an MP of? Oh, Ireland, Republic of Ireland. Thank you. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I knew that was Ireland because they use the Irish words for it. Science and nature. What section of an insect's body lies between the head and abdomen? Thorax. Sports and leisure. What metal must 92.5% of Olympic gold medal consist of? Is gold a trick question? I mean, gold, silver. Was a trick question. How could it be a silver medal if it's made out of gold? No, I'm never going to do this. I mean, which is the closest relation to this monkey? Fruit, ginger, tea, or cactus? What? Which is the closest relation to this monkey? Fruit, ginger, tea, or cactus? What? It's this monkey fruit. Ginger, tea, or cactus? Tea. Ginger. I don't even know what that means. What does that mean? A monkey fruit? What's a monkey fruit? What's a monkey fruit? Geography. Which two English city counties are preceded by the word greater? London and Manchester. There we go. Not really counties, they're the metropolitan administrations things. It's quite addictive, this. What concise one-volume annual encyclopedia published its 94th edition in 1986? Britannica? No. Britannica. Pears? No idea. 1986. Probably most of these questions are out of date. Probably be asking me what states make up the Soviet Union. Which isn't the game's fault. I agree. What does a myctophobe worry about being left alone in? No idea. The dark, right. I used to have that. What city must you visit to shop in the famed Galeries Lafayette? New Orleans? Paris? No, nearly right. They're both sort of French, aren't they? But obviously Paris is the right answer. Right, one more question, then I'm going to stop this video. It's getting on too long. Sports and leisure. What city is home to the Belmont Racecourse? Nottingham? New York. Right. Thanks for watching this update. I apologise again about the lack of Silent Hill videos. Pokemon Yellow will be my next video series. Thanks again. Hope to see you in that video. Bye bye.